I'm Corey with Outdoor Enhancements. I'm 50% owner. I focus on sales, marketing, and I'm the visionary for our company.
My name is Ryan Russ with Outdoor Enhancements, also 50% co-owner. I focus primarily on production, operations, back-end, HR, finance, that kind of stuff.
When we joined, we were in a point that we didn't know how to fix our business. And after meeting with Chris and Amy, they put us on the right path, and we've been able to make those adjustments, and we will be where we should be in hopefully the next 6 months. So that's 1.5 years that we recovered from a 2-year mistake, whereas some companies would take 20 years to correct what we did. So it's a very quick course correction.
Our greatest result has been being able to consistently grow our top line, which was something we were able to do before. And I think our greatest result, what Corey was saying, is we're finally going to be able to grow that bottom line, which is, the reason everybody goes into business. So I think ultimately that's going to be our greatest result is, we knew how to grow the top line, but we're figuring out how to grow the bottom line.
The best part of the academy is the access to the academy, being able to talk to all the other business owners. Chris and Amy are great, and the team is great, but you get so much more information from everyone else because nobody has all the answers. But you put 15 companies together and you look at everyone's problems, you end up getting a lot of answers just through the community.
Having all the other deck builders here, like Corey said, Amy and Chris have gone through a lot, but their company is different than ours. And they're, having 15 or 20 different companies, having access to them. So I think, the community is one of the biggest things for us as far as having access to them.
What this week has done is kind of narrowed it down for us, really let us see things that we normally wouldn't see. Our biggest takeaway is really internal. So it's just, we've noticed some changes we need to make. I would say it's identifying those. So being able to identify them is the takeaway.
I think clarifying some of them as well. I think, we spend a lot of time talking about and looking at our business and seeing the opportunities and the challenges and the wins. And I think taking a couple of days out, coming here and really getting deeper into the weeds as opposed to just, a conversation here and there, it gives us a lot of clarity and allows us time to really sit, and obviously this is the annual, to reflect on the previous year and then plan for the next year.
Every coach coaches differently. Chris, I feel like he has like this over 30,000 foot, like, hey, here's a better way of doing things, right, for your company. Amy gets in the weeds, like she really gets into the numbers and helps out there. And then like Nick, he's really like focused on what you're doing, how you're doing it personally, that kind of stuff. And then how your mindset is while you're doing that. And they all coach in that different way, but putting it all together is very helpful.
So I think the greatest asset that the legacy coaches bring for us is, not only are they in our industry, so the knowledge that they bring, the advice that they give us is very specific to what we're doing, but they've also experienced a lot of the things that we're experiencing and we're going through, having been in the industry. So there's a lot of business coaches out there. There's a lot of different ways you can go, and I think having an industry-specific business coach is invaluable.
It's good for a business that can't seem to figure things out. So whether it be finances, whether it be hiring, whatever the case is, if there's something you can't figure out within your deck building company, of course, right? But if they can't just figure out that one thing, no matter what it is, it's going to be invaluable to come here.
I think it's valuable for everybody. If you're a company that's struggling, they're obviously going to help you solve some of the issues and the challenges that you have to get you out of that situation. If you're doing well, they can take a good company and make it great. Just with them having gone through a lot of these things, gone through the struggles, had some success. I think that they've got lessons that can be taught to basically every level of entrepreneur. I think it's really important, and Corey and I can attest to this, that the sooner you join, the better. We probably joined a year later than we probably should have. So it's one of those things that if you're considering it, if you're thinking about it, you probably need to pull the trigger.